Hi, I'm Jim Gaustad, and welcome to my studio. This is where we produce the Brown Sound collection, and I'm happy and excited to introduce the next in line of the collection, the 80 and 81. I approached the 80-81 collection a little bit differently than I did 78-79. We kind of had the baseline after 78-79, but the experimentation didn't stop because the tone continues to evolve as we're going through. I can't tell you how many different sets of tubes I rolled through. I even had 6550s and I did EL34s. Went back to the 6 CA7s. I tried everything. I probably had, no exaggeration, 40 different preamp tubes through the amplifier. Just trying to figure out, because you got to figure tubes were probably changed at some point in that amplifier. I'm trying to do all of the period correct, exact equipment that, as has been speculated, but as we're pretty well known, and that's how I create the bass lines. But we give you all of these versions, and this time around, more album versions to match your guitar, to match your studio monitors, to match whatever you're playing through, so you've got more variation and you can do more things with it. As the Brown Sound evolved into 1980, many of the components stayed the same. Many of the settings stayed the same, but some of the equipment did change. There were 4 tubes in the amp instead of pulling 2 tubes, so that makes it a more solid amp. There's more bottom end. You're getting that full push-pull signal. It's just fuller sounding. The Variac settings were close, but maybe just a hair lower. So in the 80 collection, I'm using a 76-volt setting and an 89-volt setting as an option. Granted, it's only a 2-volt reduction, but you'd be amazed at how sensitive the amp is to the current and the voltage that is being fed and how it alters the tone. The difference between 78 and 80. 78 it's hairy, it's gainy, it's wild, the harmonics jump all over the place. 80 is more of a polished, it's raw, and it's still clearly that sound. It's clearly that Brown sound, but it's probably more refined. It's still got the gain, it's still got the harmonics, but it's just more complete guitar sound. Another change was the recording technique. The miking positions changed on the speaker cabinets. It was still 2 microphones, but the angle of the microphones and the positioning of the microphones changed to better capture the high-end speaker, as I like to call it, and the low-end speaker, so you can blend between the two when you're doing the mix, and that's exactly what they did in the studio for this too. Now, as we move off 1980 and into the 81 portion of this collection, there's a drastic change. There's a major change in tone, equipment, how it's done, everything gets changed. That tone is darker, it's brooding, it's meaner sounding, and if you're like me, it's one of my favorite tones from that era. I spend so much time on getting the right pickup and the research and testing and all of that, because that's what's required to get to pinpoint and get the accuracy that we have in this, because we're trying to create that exact sound from those albums. Another huge change, huge, speaker cabinet. Instead of using 25-watt blackbacks, 25-watt greenbacks, the JBL, we know that's gone. It's the G1265s. Again, it's a darker, it's got almost a fizzy kind of top end. It's a little scoopy in the middle, but it's thicker on the bottom. Integral part of the sound for 1981. So again, you're getting a bunch of variations of that album tone, along with the raw captures, along with the room captures, and those amp captures. On 81, the Echoplex is gone. There is no longer an Echoplex in the signal chain. By that time, he had ditched it. The flanger is there, the phase shifter is there, and they're in line. They're not on, but they're in line, so they're affecting the tone. That's part of the sound, and that's why it's included in the signal chain, so it colors that sound. In addition to the usual captures and the usual variations, we're adding these amp captures. And the amp captures are great because you can use them to create your own sound with your own IRs and your own VIRs. But I want you to understand that the amp captures don't include all of the post-processing. They don't have the same album tone that you would get. You would use the amp captures to create your own sound. But I did build in all the front-end signal chain, and you're getting the hot version, you're getting the standard version, you're getting the different variac settings. So you're getting a lot of variation on the amp, and it's a great sounding amp. Just like the 78-79 Brown Sound collection, we are super excited and extremely proud to share this one with you. It's a continuing evolution of the Brown Sound. I have it in my collection, I have a blast playing it, and so will you.